A 99 million euro bid for Benjamin Sesko made by Newcastle. This is absolutely insane. Will Man United be able to counter offer on this bid, or will they have to walk away? That is the big question we have today. Will United make the formal bid that we've been waiting for? Sesko to United looks very unlikely right now in our eyes. We're looking at it from a distance and thinking, this is impossible. United haven't got any money. Surely they haven't got enough money. Not 99 million to counter Newcastle unless they throw in a player like Højlund. We're going to be discussing that and lots more in today's show. Make sure you hit the like button on this video. If you're not already subscribed to the Man United Stream channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you can become part of a fast growing Man United fan channel, and you can keep up to date with all the latest Manchester news and more from one single daily dose. So we had dramatic news last night, breaking news. It was around about 9:30 when we got the news that Newcastle had submitted a second improved bid into RB Leipzig for Benjamin Sesko, a value of around 99 million euros. That includes add-ons and all the rest of the things. 99 million euros for a 22-year-old striker. What the hell are Newcastle playing at? But then again, they're desperate. They're desperate for a new striker, and they are looking at Sesko thinking he is the one. They, remember, have been looking at Sesko for some time. They've known that Isaac might be someone who might leave us and we need a replacement, and they'd already looked at Sesko as that potential replacement. United, on the other hand, hadn't. Sesko came on the radar and United were like, right, okay, this is an opportunity we can't afford to miss. Before that, they were looking at Delap. After Delap, they were looking at Watkins. They were looking at other strikers. They were looking at Gyökeres. They did not have Sesko on the radar. And when he did come up, of course, United were like, well, we'll have a bit of this. Sesko to United could be on. Yeah, if we can get him for a decent price, why not? But then Isaac, that whole transfer request from Isaac threw everything else up in the air, because Isaac moving to Liverpool then put pressure on Newcastle to make the formal bid to Leipzig. That bid was rejected. I thought it was a fair offer, to be honest with you. I think it was 75 million plus add-ons of about 5 million euros. I thought that was pretty decent. But this bid, the second bid, has completely blown everything else out the water. The big question now is, will Man United, be able to go in and make a counter bid? That's what's on everybody's mind. Or will United just back off? Will United have to walk away knowing that they can't counter that bid? Now, we're being told by sources that United are playing a game, and that game is waiting for Sesko to confirm whether he wants United or not. Then they can go into negotiations with Leipzig and have that leverage of knowing that the player wants to move and wants to move to Man United. That's what they're hoping for. But Sesko or his representatives haven't made that call. They haven't told United that they want United and United only, and this is where the problem lies. It's a game of chicken. We said it yesterday. Who's going to blink first? Is it going to be United? Is it going to be Sesko's representatives? Or will it be Newcastle? Now, we had Newcastle blink somewhat first by making that second improved offer, but it's put a lot of other stuff in limbo. Now, this second offer is just not just a symbolic offer. It's also letting Sesko know how serious Newcastle are about signing him. United, on the other hand, are absent without leave. There's no offer made. But now I'm starting to think, as a Man United fan, genuinely I'm thinking, do we spend all this money on this youngster, or do we go and take that money, buy a decent goalkeeper, buy a decent midfielder, and go and buy a striker with that amount of money? And I'm not even joking. I think we can do that. I think we can get Mateta as a striker. I think we can get a decent midfielder. I think we can go and get someone like Martinez as a goalkeeper, and that will immediately improve the core of the team. We're missing the core. We've been missing the core for a long time. At times in the pre-season, we've seen how Ugarte, Casemiro and Manu go missing in the middle of the park. They can't dominate the centre of the pitch, and that is a big problem. But for me personally, we need goals in the team. We need a striker. We need to sort that position out before we can go anywhere else. But is it worth paying almost 90 million euros or 99 million euros to get in a 22-year-old. Yes, he's got a decent scoring record, but that's out in the Bundesliga, not in the Premier League, which is a different kettle of fish. It's Premier League is one of the hardest leagues in the world. So for a striker to come in, no matter what he's done in his previous league, he's going to struggle in the Premier League. We've seen it with all strikers. They come in and they don't realise how hard it is. Drop your comments below on what you think about this Sesko deal. Do you think Man United are just going to have to walk away? Is it too much? Is this too much? Is it the price too high? They've been priced out by Newcastle. Or do you think United should stick there? If the player wants to come to Man United, then United should go out there and do whatever it takes to get him in. That is one thought of opinion. I mean, some fans are genuinely saying, well, look, no, if he wants to come to Man United, this guy, it could be a generational talent. Bring him to United. This is what Man United are all about. I'm not quite sure. I genuinely am not quite sure. We've done this before where we've gone after a player and really pushed for him. It's Jadon Sancho, Højlund. The list goes on. And what happens? I mean, after all the fanfare, they turn up and they don't do well. And is Sesko going to be another player that we're going to sell in a couple of years for half the price that we bought him for? Those are the question marks that keep on nagging at me. Will this turn into a nightmare situation? Do we pursue this or do we not? I mean, it is such a hard call. Now, what we have heard this morning is that everyone now is waiting on Man United's move. Newcastle set a deadline, which was today. They want to know from Sesko's representatives and Leipzig whether this offer will be accepted. But we all know Leipzig and Sesko are waiting for Man United to make an offer. This is completely and utterly crazy. United, on the other hand, might not even make an offer. So every hour, every minute of today is going to be tense. It's going to be important. We're going to be obviously making calls. We're going to be checking our text messages. We're going to be doing everything possible to find out what's going on as quick as possible. So make sure you hit the subscribe button on this video because you will need to keep up to date with all the latest transfer news and more. You are watching the Man United Stream channel by the fans for the fans.